Today I want to talk about Grounding Place, how it started not as a brand or a business. It started because I needed something I couldn't find. A place that offered the tools I needed without the pressure of opening myself up to someone I didn't know. I wanted to know without having to spill continuously. I craved a continuous process, not a continuous transaction. Just a place to land when everything and everywhere else felt too much. It's a place to feel alive and connected again in my own grounded way. Grounding Place is my return to reading and writing. It's where I house my introspection, like opening an old chest tucked away in the attic, full of things we thought we didn't need anymore. But I think it's time to take them out, piece by piece, and share them. Each post holds words that ground me. We've been accustomed to everything being reduced to end goals, and when the process, the practice, the alignment often gets lost. As an introvert in a world where extroverts are more comfortable being loud, I needed a way to be heard without having to raise my voice. I wanted to give myself and anyone else who needs it a place to land, a place to breathe, a place to take root. It is not for applause, it is not even for support, it is just for healing. I've spent most of my life composed, high functioning, accomplished. On the outside, it may have looked completely put together, but those were also the same years when I felt like I was falling through the cracks. When the world was spinning too fast and I was sprinting just to keep up, I realized I didn't need more work. I needed to do more meaningful work. So I started writing, healing by taking care of myself, talking to people, talking to myself, talking to AI. And together we created images and words that felt like breath. The first post I made wasn't strategic, just words that landed with an echo. A sentence I needed to say, not just think. A quiet start. Later on, I felt more ready to let people find it. Not many have, but the ones who did stayed. When someone messaged me saying, "Whoever you are, you're such a big help," I realized I wasn't the only one who needed this place to exist. Grounding place is for the ones who want to grow, for the ones who are unlearning who they were on survival mode, for those who didn't always have the tools but still want to live with intention, healed, and at peace. I make every post with that in mind, even the aesthetic, the earthy greens, the quiet tones, they're part of the message. That your thoughts that need to rest don't have to be painful, don't have to be screaming to be valid. What you see on this page isn't curated perfection. It's a living archive of me, choosing to stay with the process in a world that only applauds results. It's journaling, it's inner work, it's that deep breath after a long cry. It's rituals I created for myself, words I return to when life spins too fast. And maybe those words can be anchors for someone else too. I started this as one person, not a team, no budget, just someone sitting down, taking a break from her chores, and writing what she needed to hear. I still create that way. Every word, every image comes from a place I've lived emotionally, spiritually, physically. Because grounding place isn't about pretending to have it all figured out. It's about remembering that we don't have to. Over time, I look forward to it becoming more than a page. I hope it's a space where people felt seen, felt heard, felt they could come back. And to every person who has visited, shared, or just stayed for a moment, thank you. That's why this place exists, so none of us have to feel like we're the only one. I believe healing isn't about achieving some unbothered version of ourselves. It's not about never feeling anger, sadness, or fear. It's not about never being triggered. Healing is knowing you are in control of your words and your actions, not from suppression, but from awareness. It's about choosing how you respond when you're triggered. It's about speaking up for what matters, fighting back when something needs to be fought, and loving yourself the way you should have always been loved. And grounding is how I get there. Not a one time fix, but a daily choice. A quiet, persistent practice. Whether it's breath work, stillness, movement, reflection, or simply remembering to unclench your brows, unclench your shoulders, let go of the breath you're holding. These little rituals build a life. And maybe this should be bigger than just me or what I have for now. I think the world's need more spaces like this, not just inspirational but educational, not just self improvement but self acceptance, not just growth but a place to return to the body, return to the breath, and return to what matters. That's what grounding place is. It's not just a concept, it's a practice. So if you've made it this far, thank you for being curious, for being the kind of person who's willing to pause and sit with the parts of life that don't always get attention. You don't need to change everything today. You don't need to chase peace. Sometimes peace finds us when we stop running towards an end goal or running away from chaos. And sometimes peace will only find us once we're strong enough to draw a line about what gets to stay and what doesn't. This place is here for you, whether you visit once a day or once a month. Whether you're deep in the work or just beginning, grounding place will be here. Rooted, quiet, thoughtful, a place to land, a place to grow, a place to remember who you are, not who the world wants you to be. Thank you for being here.